If you watch my What are your regrets of this year video, I said, for me personally, that my biggest regret was not appreciating art enough. So we are in a museum here, and I have successfully selected a piece of art that I'm going to look at for 15 minutes. My friend said 3 hours was I should do it for 3 hours, but I'm going to do it for 15 minutes and just kind of work my way up. So I'm going to look at this for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to give you guys updates or just kind of things I get from it. So I'll see you then. So believe it or not, it's already been about 13, 14 minutes, and I almost feel like rushed. So I might take a little bit longer. It's funny how much you can take out of something if you actually just apply conscious effort. A couple things I noticed is, so obviously this is in the center. I didn't notice this initially, but it's kind of in this series. So the artist really wanted you to kind of tell the progression. Starts very bare over there, and then slowly adding a layer each time. A couple more things, it's very soft, like it just feels very neutral, almost kind of warm. Even just with the lighting, it's very much very intentional, even down to the fact that there's a little blade right there, and there's not on others. I was looking around, and the lighting is very, very custom, dare I say. So the artist was very particular about how this was lit, and really wanted to give off more of like a neutral feeling. Guys, I sound kind of pretentious when I say this, unfortunately. I wish this was more normal, people doing this. But I'm going to sit here a little bit longer, maybe 5 or 10 more minutes, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. So here's the official title, Untitled Abstractions. The interesting thing is the timeline, 1992 to 2009. So my guess is maybe he made all these at the same time and then slowly added kind of layers on top of that. I think because of the timeline, it kind of forced these paintings to be almost kind of reflect, dare I say, nature in a way. Like think about painting, 5 of these at a time, waiting couple years and then adding another layer. Now I'm speculating how Mr. Ed painted these, but it's interesting to kind of see the similarities between this and, dare I say, civilization. Kind of cringy me saying this, but like even just the patterns. So initially he started with the kind of the black lines. They're very, dare I say, organic in their shape, and then slowly adds the red and the orange, which feels more synthetic. It kind of feels like adding things on top. The lines are a little bit more straight. There's more of a direction, although it's not as precise. But even some of the red up there seems more intentional. It seems more goal focused as opposed to just kind of letting the brush fall across the pages. But the point in that is, it seems like you just kind of start with your base and slowly add the wheel, the printing press, other inventions on top of that, and then eventually you get to something very seemingly noisy. At the end there. But honestly, I feel like this is more of a mirror than anything else. I mean, these are just things I'm thinking about, so I'm almost trying to project it onto the painting. I'm sure if any of you came here, you'd probably see things that are similar to just the thoughts you've been having for the past year. So not too bad for 20 minutes at the art gallery. Got a got something out of this. So I'm excited to be back probably next week. We outside. Thought I'd give some final thoughts out here. Why don't more people do that? I don't know. I wish like more people, this sounds weird in saying, like had the capacity to understand like, oh, like that's like a good thing. Like instead of, you know, spending, oh my gosh, look at all these birds. Whoa. That's crazy. Like instead of spending, I don't know, like an hour watching TV or whatever, I don't know, just go to the art museum, you know what I mean? Like that was a net positive experience. I feel like, I don't know why more people don't do that. Sorry if the audio is trash right now. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe enough people don't know what that like kind of feels like. It's almost, I think of Thoreau and Walden talks about there's too much heat in modern society. People are being like cooked. Like he was giving the example of just the fact that people have too much, almost like warmth, you know, and like too much heat is like a bad thing. I think it's almost the same with information nowadays. Like there's almost too much, we're almost like goring ourselves on information. You can't like, there's no room for anything new to come in, you know what I mean? So, man, I wish more people, that was kind of fun. That was good. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoy the day. Go to an art museum. Wow, this is so pretty. Go to an art museum and see how it makes you feel. And spend, I don't know, 15 minutes looking at something, just staring at it. And if you don't have the opportunity to go to an art museum, just, I don't know, next time you see sunset, just stand there longer than you initially would. And who knows, maybe something will happen. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Art Gallery Part 2, the sequel.
If you know, you know.